It's playoff time in Ascension Parish. Basketball ready to go tonight. Girls 5A Bidistrict. And look at what we have here. A 5A Ascension Parish rematch as the Santa Maria Lady Gators here in the Gold Dome, 19-9 on the season, and they will host the Dutchtown Lady Griffins, 16-12 on the season. Dutchtown, the 25 seed, Santa Maria, the 8 seed. And so we'll have girls basketball playoff by district round in just a moment. I'm Jeff Porsche. Coach Schwack will join me in just a minute, but let's take a break. You are watching the Game of the Week on REV TV.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
New inventory arriving weekly at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. We've got truckloads of inventory en route. Even if you don't see it on the lot, it's on the way during the end of summer sale at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales, like the new 2021 Sierra 1500 on the way at rossdowninghammond.com, rossdowninggonzales.com.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
If you believe in me, I'll be the first one in our family to graduate college.
I'll be the one to change our history of diabetes.
I'll live a healthy life.
If you believe in me, I'll know my worth is more than face value.
I'll be stronger than a weak heart. I'll know 68 pounds carries weight in this world.
If you believe in me,
I'll believe in myself.
Belief in our children can change their future. Our Lady of the Lake Children's Health.
The Title Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Title Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Title Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Title.
Welcome back to the game of the week on REV TV. Dutchtown versus Santamont, 25 versus 8. I'm Jeff Porsche. Coach Swack will be joining me in just a minute. I want to bring up one thing about this game that needs to be mentioned. We had originally thought this game would be played tomorrow night on Thursday when we knew that Santamont will be getting a home game, but a couple of things have changed. First thing is Dutchtown wound up being the opponents, and the other thing is Dutchtown's boys soccer team reached the state finals in soccer, and they were scheduled to play in Hammond Thursday night. So Santamont graciously agreed to move the game to Wednesday night to accommodate a bigger crowd in Hammond on Thursday. However, the boys soccer game has been postponed and moved to Saturday. So the boys soccer game is no longer on Thursday night. It's on Saturday night at 7:30, but this game's still happening tonight, Wednesday night, and it's a pretty good crowd, and there's going to be bad weather tomorrow, so it's probably for the best that they play here tonight. So now I'm joined by Coach Swack, and let's start out tonight by talking about our coaches, and we got a couple of second-year coaches, and both teams are trending upward right now.
Yes, but first of all, Jeff, welcome to playoff basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Could you explain that one more time, just exactly what happened in the soccer match? And
Boys aren't playing tomorrow.
Thank
period.
you. That's all I needed to know.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, we have a good one. I'm going to just tell you, as a former basketball player, maybe 50 years ago or whatever, it's unreal what your team goes through. You know, you got summer, let's say weightlifting. You have summer basketball. You have AAU basketball. You have summer leagues. And then all of a sudden, the school starts and you really can't practice, you know, by LHSA rules. And so all of a sudden, your team shows up and you're starting somewhere in October, but you don't have your whole team because you might have cross-country, swimming, volleyball, you know, waiting for those kids to finish their tournament play and their playoff rounds before they can meet the team. So it is crazy how when all this comes through for you, now you play your regular season, you play your district record, and here you are. This is what you play and practice for so many hours for, playoff basketball. Here we are on the first round. Coach Delry in his second year, 22-30 in 2 rounds. Tough first year, but boy, he's come back strong and really even stronger here with 5 straight wins to end the season. Then Bianca Harvey, what kind of job has she done in her 2 years? 40-19, just a tremendous job by Coach Harvey. And here, finishing the season with 8 straight wins. Now, this is what I say. Momentum, that's a big word in sports, Jeff. And both teams have momentum leading into this first round of the playoff game.
Right. Both teams are on long winning streaks. Neither team has lost since they played earlier in the season. We're going to talk about that right here. Santa Ma with the win, 59-41, and that was a month ago, January 24th in the Gold Dome. And since then, Dutchtown has been on a tear. Of course, Santa Ma hasn't lost either. So that's something important that you need to know about this. And we're going to talk about some more facts about the game and some more notes about Dutchtown and Santa Ma in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at the starting lineups while we have a chance. And we're going to start with Dutchtown, the visitors tonight. And there's a couple of people that you need to look out for. One is in the starting lineup, and one will be coming off the bench tonight. The main player, the outstanding scorer and an outstanding student athlete, Sailor Donaldson. She's their top scorer and their big threat. And so she's going to be out there. But one thing you need to watch for tonight, and actually she's coming to the free throw line right here. This is, you can see her kind of in the background, Marcia Vessel. She is playing for the first time in a month. She tore her meniscus in January, and she was one of their leading scorers and one of their top players and captains and all that type of stuff. And she's coming back, so that's a big deal tonight, Swag.
No, there's no doubt about that. And here at the line right here, you have Sailor Donaldson, senior, outstanding shooter, especially from the outside, and just an automatic. All I've seen is outstanding free throw shooting the entire year by everybody that we've gone against. And so, both teams shooting a little bit. Let's look at our starting lineups for the Lady Gators, coached by Bianca Harvey. And you look at this group. Now, Byers did not play in the district matchup. She was a little bit injured. Deanna Thornton, there's no doubt, she is their main scorer. This is what I have to say about this starting 5 right here, Coach. The full court press that Santa Ma put on Dutchtown was the biggest offensive threat that Santa Ma had all night, and it was all night long. And so Dutchtown needs to be able to figure out how to handle that press to get through this game on the positive side.
All right, so let's talk about all the notes and information about both these teams. First of all, we'll start out with Santa Ma, and this is their we covered their bi-district round last season, and they played West Jeff, and there was a big comeback in that one, 66-60. That was the big win right there, and that was their first playoff win in basketball in 8 years. So that is a big deal, and they're looking to win again and move to the second round here tonight. And the Lady Gators, they are the 5A district champs. They were perfect on this season in district play.
And that is huge. You really don't see that in Santa Ma basketball. A lot of it has to do with Catholic High and St. Joe's, Dutchtown, East Ascension. East Ascension won state a few years ago. And so going 5-0 in district, I'm going to just tell you, that's a heck of a deal that the Coach Harvey and her young ladies did this year. So really big. And here you go. You start into this postseason. We talked about all the victories, the momentum both teams have. it's going to be really interesting to see what happens tonight.
And for Dutchtown, they were a 6-win team last year, and now they're a 16-win team. And so that's a big, big improvement. And they're in the playoffs for the first time in 4 years. They beat Fontainebleau 5 years ago, but this senior class has not won a playoff game. So this is a big game for them. And you got 3 seniors we're going to talk about, Donaldson, Vessel, and Zoe Dixon. And they are on a 5-game winning streak. As we said, they played earlier this season the 59-41 victory for Sanoma, but since then Dutchtown has gone unbeaten. And they had a big 13-point win against St. Joe's, and that was like kind of a game that made everybody stand up and take notice that they have improved a lot since that first
Jeff,
game.
when I walked by Coach Delree's listening to some music, shook hands, I said, good luck tonight. He says, I promise you this, we will play a lot better.
I think so.
I think every coach, basically the one thing that they want their team to be able to do is to be playing better and on the upswing when the playoffs begin.
And they are definitely there. They're on a roll. And the difference in the game when we covered these two teams a month ago here in the Gold Dome was the Sanoma full court pressure. The Dutchtown Griffins had a lot of turnovers, and they fell in the hole early in the first quarter, and they were not able to get any further out, as you see right there. Coach Delree, he's the Dutchtown coach, and he's happy to be here for sure.
There's the officials right there, and they're just discussing a number of things. You have things that you have to cover in pregame with administrators, with trainers, and with coaches, and not real sure where the group is from. I would think maybe the Baton Rouge Association.
Okay, we're moments away from the start, but we'll take a break. You're watching the Game of the Week on REV TV.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank SEC Heating and Cooling, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Ross Downing, GMC, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of our sports medicine program.
We're back, and you're watching the Game of the Week on REV TV, Dutchtown at Sanoma, and I believe we're about to get the introduction of the starting lineup, so we'll hand it to the announcer, and then we'll talk about the brackets in just a moment.
And your Sanoma Lady Gators. At this time, please rise with your caps to the playing of the national anthem. Forward, number 20, the senior, Zoe Dixon. At guard, number 21, the senior, Sailor Donaldson. Lady Griffins, coached by Chase Doherty. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the starting lineup for your Cinema Lady Gators. At guard, number 3, a senior, Amant. At guard, number 10, a junior, At forward, number 13, a senior, Red. At forward, number 15, a junior, Denial. At guard, number 25, a senior, Catarina. The Lady Gators are coached by assistant coaches Kenny Young, Rick Ellisar, and your head coach, Bianca Harvey.
So we are moments away from the tip-off of the Bidistrict match between Dutchtown and Santa 25-8, the matchup, and 24-9 is the little pod that they're paired up with. 24 versus 9 will be Hahnville and West Monroe. You see that? That's the third set of teams on the bracket right there. They are set to meet, and next week, if Santa wins and West Monroe wins, that will be West Monroe at the Gold Dome playing Santa. And there are other scenarios, but next week, if we can get West Monroe versus Santa, that matchup, that will most likely be one of our games of the week next week at the beginning of the week. And then you see in the other area, you got the number 1 seed Walker taking on Natchitoches Central, and 17 versus 16 was HL Bourgeois and Airline. That's the 8 teams that they're kind of paired up with, and we're ready to go.
Well, we'll get Thornton here in the jump, and Donaldson.
And
Lady
Santa
Gators
takes
control
over.
it.
Hallie Heidel.
Well, here we start with a little man-to-man.
Thornton, you're going to see her with the ball a lot here tonight, inside and outside. She's a double threat. Donaldson guarding, tries to get inside, and a whistle and a foul, and Donaldson's going to draw the foul. So that's a quick foul on Donaldson. You don't want to get her in foul trouble.
Well, you know, I've watched Thornton ever since the middle school days. That left-hander from the left side is deadly in a lot of situations.
As you have a 3 in and out, no good. Barrow misses, and Dutchtown with the rebound. And Santa goes back into a half-court defense. No pressure right now. That's one of the things we're going to look for. That might be one of the storylines of the game here tonight.
It looks like a 2-3 zone.
And a shot inside is good.
And you can't let that happen right there. Nice little feed to the inside.
Nia Miller. And look at Dutchtown with the full court pressure. Trying to kind of reverse the story here. And now Heidel Barrow now. And now right side 3. And that's good.
And that's Byers' thing right there, that three-pointer from the right side, and you have Thornton from the left side. And surprisingly, no full court press after the made bucket.
So now Dutchtown sets up, and there's Donaldson. She's going to try to 3. Good. And it's 5-3 Griffins.
That was string music right there by Donaldson.
And oh boy, guess what? She's going to the bench. Sailor Donaldson after that 3. Well, they're going to keep her in for a moment, but that's her second foul. And she was in foul trouble in the last game that we had between these two teams. And inside, kind of hitting the head, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. That's going to be against Miller.
Well, Thornton right there looked like she was getting decapitated almost, and went to the ground. Foul's called.
So Donaldson's still staying in the game. We'll see if that works out for Dutchtown.
Well, you know, she's
and there's an air ball from Byers. She didn't play the last game. I think you were mentioning something about that, Swack, as well.
She didn't play, and that shot wasn't a replica of that first shot that she took.
No, she's 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Donaldson will drive, gets it out to Lemon. Lemon can score from the outside.
Lemon could be a threat, definitely.
And there's an NBA three, and it's short. And the rebound goes to Byers, and she is able to wrestle through the pressure. And now nice bounce pass and a layup. So that's a nice pass from Heidel to Byers right there.
Yes. Well, when you look at Myers right there, I'm not real sure. It looked like she handled it. She flipped the ball up with her left hand right there.
I think so. Kind of. She was under the basket and was kind of in an awkward position, but she got the points.
Nice pass in there. I know that.
And now driving the baseline and stripped. Dutchtown ball. That's Nia Miller on that baseline. So it's 5-5 our score. There's a mistake on the scoreboard. It says Griffins are leading 12-5. I think they have it fixed now. So we're about 5 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. And one of the big stories early, we talked about it, Sailor Donaldson has 2 fouls. They're keeping her in the game. They really have to keep her in this game to keep from falling in an early hole. But a third foul could be just deadly if she gets it. And there's a shot missed and a rebound by Thornton. And full court pressure from Dutchtown. They get through it. Barrow passes, and Byers misses in and out again. But the Lady Gators still have possession with Heidel. Barrow. Now to Thornton.
And, you know, it's interesting that Donaldson's on Thornton.
Yeah, and that could be big trouble because she likes to drive. Now Byers on the baseline. Good. Nice floater.
Well, she did a very good job with a little initial fake and just kind of eased in there with a little floater, like you said.
And now Dutchtown with possession. Gators with the lead, 7-5. Donaldson drives inside, and a floater for her, no good. Rebound Barrow. And now they're running, trying to do some transition, and there's Donaldson. Did not commit the foul, though. Had to kind of back off for a second.
From north to south, east to west, she goes the distance between 2 or 3 Lady Griffins banking off that backboard for a nice little layup shot.
9-5 Gators. And you see on the other side a good crowd here tonight on both sides. Both sides wearing black. That's one of their primary colors. And a steal.
Steal by Myers.
And they try to go outside to Myers, but she was in. She went inside.
Yeah, she went one way and the pass went the other way.
So 3.5 minutes left in the first. And
you know, you play 8-minute quarters in boys and girls basketball.
So you see a good shot of Delry there, giving some advice to his offense.
They put Donaldson in the middle. I like that situation.
They had her on the perimeter. That's a little different. She says, no, don't get it to me right now. And so they set up outside. And there's a long pass to Lemon. She'll try the three. No good.
Nice block out right there by Myers.
And they're trying to go down to Byers. She has been the difference in this game. If she doesn't have all the points, I think she's got at least 9 of them.
I tell you what, Jeff, I just saw something that you just don't see in basketball, whatever level. Myers, outstanding block out, getting that rebound.
Absolutely. Good point, Swack. And so Dutchtown sets up. Queens Bernard is now in the game as a long three from Donaldson misses, but an offensive rebound. Now another three, and I think they got a piece of that. But Dutchtown gets the rebound. That's Queens Bernard. Now Donaldson to Bernard, and it's good.
Bernard says, I can handle this about as easy as can be. Just give me that ball on the outside here.
So let's keep it here while Coach Delry calls timeout. Let's look at those brackets again so we can bring that up a little bit more. And again, it's the 8-9 set up there, 3rd and 4th on the right side, West Monroe and Sanoma. That would be the expected matchup in the second round. If Sanoma wins and West Monroe wins, the game would be here at the Gold Dome. And then you see the other two games as in the quarterfinals, they would be paired up with probably Walker, the number 1 seed, the top team.
And you see Woodlawn in our district in there. Of course, St. Joe and McKinley will be in the select playoff division. You see next year, you see Live Oak. That'll be in the district next year. You see Cap Shreve in there. That's won 2 state championships the last few years.
Yes, and a missed layup, but an offensive rebound up, no good, and a fight, and Queens Bernard comes up with his 2 Gators hit the floor. And a near steal right there by Barrow into the crowd.
But I like what I saw right there. Fast break offense right there by Dutchtown to get the ball down the floor as quick as possible.
So number 30, Jenna Humphrey, is going to check in, and Lemon will come out. As you see the crowd right there, and it's 50-50 out here. There's a good Dutchtown crowd. Carly Francois, the principal, is in attendance. Kerrigan McCready, one of the assistants, is out here. Lots of faculty and parents out here on the Dutchtown side. Of course, Sanoma is going to be well represented too, as the 3 is no good. Rebound, Donaldson. She's coming back and drives and scores.
She's automatic. I'm just telling you, she's got a lot of great basketball skills. And anytime you're around that goal, she's almost 100%. And, of course, she can dang sure help you from the outside also.
And here comes Seidel, goes into the lane, now kicks it out. There's Byers. Now Barrow turns around, kicks it out. And there's a 3, no good. Missed by Thornton, and Bernard with it, and Dutchtown can take the lead with 1 minute left.
Well, you know, Coach Delry, it was 9-5, 10-5, something like that, what he called timeout. And all of a sudden, he's back in this thing real quick.
Right, they're on a 5-0 run as Donaldson turns around and misses. And a fight, and Thornton had position, but she loses it out of bounds. So 42.7 left, and a substitution. That's Riley Boudreau for Sanoma and Lemon for Dutchtown.
Well, Boudreau, a senior. Got a number of seniors on this Lady Gator team.
And there's Humphrey with a 3, and there's contact away from the ball, and it's going to be a foul on Bernard. Kind of using her body to get position on
Santa
Monica.
She was just trying to block out, maybe got a little bit too physical there.
So we're approaching 30 seconds.
Idell with the ball.
And now Barrow. Out to Byers, and now there's Idell. 3, no good. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds, goes to Dutchtown with 20 seconds left. So this is the only first round game tonight, Swack, as we talked about. Most of them were played on Thursday. Everybody else is playing tomorrow night.
And you still have the last week of the boys play.
Yes.
Boy, East Ascension boys beat Amant last night in a heck of a basketball game. And then they also lost to going down the last
turnaround jumper. Good, and Dutchtown takes the lead at the end of the first quarter. And we're going to have to break right here. It's a 12-11 Dutchtown, and you are watching the game of the week on REV TV.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank SEC Heating and Cooling, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Ross Downing GMC, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of our sports medicine program.
Second quarter about to begin. Dutchtown takes the lead, 12-11. They're on a 7-0 run. And two things that we look for in that first quarter and the big storylines of the game. First of all, you got the 2 fouls on Donaldson. They kept her in, and it hasn't hurt them. Second of all, no full court pressure from Sanoma and SWAC. You expect that to happen pretty soon, right?
Yes, I think you might see this half, but I'm going to tell you, to me, the difference in the game, maybe 2 fouls on Donaldson, but I'm going to tell you the difference is Coach Delry moving Saylor into the post play and letting her get the ball, and it looks like it's fairly easy to get her the ball on a few rotations, and she's been highly successful shooting the ball in that lane area.
She's trying a 3 now, and it's long. And the rebound, Sanoma. And that was Myers with the rebound, I believe. That'll make that Boudreaux. Now Thornton kicks it out, and that's Barrows. Turnaround jumper in the lane. Long rebound, Bernard. She is physical down there for sure. And she gets the job done. And here comes Nia Miller. She has improved a lot over this winning streak. She's one of their big scorers right now. She didn't do much early in the season, but she's getting a lot better. Bernard now down low in the post. Pass blocked, and they will maintain possession. No, they do not. Okay.
Oh, he calls backcourt.
Kind of.
Of course, if the Lady Gators would have knocked that back there and you retrieve it, not a problem.
I thought that they were going to do it, but I didn't hear a whistle. The whistle might have been kind of a. It may need to check out the peanut in there. Then the pass down low. Now kicks it out, and the 3, no good. And Saylor with the rebound and foul against Sanoma Boudreaux.
Byers starts out the game with a nice 3 and then has missed the last 3 3-pointers right there, which, she's usually fairly consistent in shooting those.
And
still not seeing the press here.
No, and a good story here. Marcia Vessel is in the game, number 2. We haven't seen her in a month.
This got to be a big moment for her.
Yeah,
she was not going to miss. All the work with the trainer and going to the games and watching all your friends.
Oh.
There's a steal.
There's a steal, and Barrow goes down, and the layup is good. And Sanoma takes the lead. Basically, that's very few scorers outside of Byers here tonight. Nobody really shooting the basketball well on the Sanoma side. Now here on the Dutchtown side, and tripped. And the foul is going to be on Byers. 4-2 is the foul count. 4 for Dutchtown, 2 for Sanoma. And this is going to be Brianne Parker checking in for Queens Bernard. And a 3 coming, and it's off the back iron, but a rebound by Donaldson. And now Vessel in the lane, kicks it out to Saylor. Good.
Nice job of kind of give and go, except you're not going to the rim, you're going to the 3-point line.
So it's now 15-13. Dutchtown with the lead. Pass inside, stolen. And they're running. It's 2-on-3 right now, and they put it up, and good. And a timeout coming. Nia Miller with the points, and Dutchtown with a 17-13 lead. SWAC, and still no full court pressure.
Miller, the extended layup from about 6 feet out.
And again, a crowd, like I said, it's about a 50-50 crowd here tonight. Now you see Coach Harvey talking it over. We just had a visit from Pat Hill. So Dutchtown boys representing for the Dutchtown girls. The Dutchtown boys look like they may sneak into the playoffs as well.
Yeah, and just trainers from both schools. Nice little setup here in the dome.
Absolutely. There's a decent crowd behind us here. Usually this part of the upper deck is kind of empty. And so now Sanoma, what they need to do right here is find another scorer out here. And as if Byers isn't doing it, nobody else is right now for the Lady Gators. And that's Boudreaux at the top. Now gets it out to Byers.
Well, they're using a little motion offense.
This is Taylor Shields, gets it inside. And in and out, and an offensive rebound, and who's the foul going to be called on? This is a big one. And it's not going to be called on Saylor. I believe it's going to be called on Lemon. So that's foul 5. And Thornton will go to the line. This is not at all what I expected. I expected more full court pressure like we were both talking about. I'm sure she's saving it up for some moment right here. Short. And Dutchtown, again, Saylor Donaldson, 2 fouls in the first couple of minutes. And she stayed in the game, and she's their leading scorer as the free throw is good, 17-14, and here it comes. Can Dutchtown survive full court? And there's turnover 1. No, not a turnover, a timeout, excuse me. Timeout number 1. Actually, timeout number 2. So they're going to, now that they've seen it, now they got to talk about it, right, and make sure that they are ready for the onslaught.
I would think Coach Delry's had all kinds of practice, and, he's had a few substitutions in there. Maybe he needs a little different group in there. But the big thing is, you have Saylor dribbling the ball down the floor. You can see him right there diagramming, what he wants done. And Shirley, she's very good dribbler, could easily get the ball down the floor. But I'm not sure if you want her dribbling all night long trying to get the ball down the floor.
No, you got to keep her kind of fresh so that she doesn't tire out in the late parts of the game. And that's one of the things that the full court pressure does. It makes you run more, it makes you more tired, and the team with the better legs winds up winning the game. And that's what Coach Harvey's probably banking on with that full court pressure. And in that first game, they went full court right out of the gate, and they took about a 12, 13-point lead in the first quarter, and they held on all to that lead all night. And when Dutchtown came back, they went back full court and extended the lead. And here's Vessel with her first attempt, and it's short. And the rebound goes to the Lady Gators, number 20, Taylor Shields. Just inside of 5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. 17-14 Dutchtown.
Thornton has kind of disappeared from the offense.
That surprises me, especially going up against Donaldson. You'd think they would try to penetrate on her. Oh, and got inside of Donaldson right there, and the points come from Boudreaux, Riley Boudreaux, 17-16.
Well, Boudreaux just kind of snuck under that rim right there, and a nice pass for an easy layup. And I'm not real certain how you get that open in man-to-man defense, but it happened.
And now here's Lemon, and she'll try the long three, in and out. We've seen that a lot on both sides. That rim is not very kind tonight. And now they're running. And here's Thornton, drives the lane, passes inside, nice pass. Shields misses the layup, offensive rebound, points. And Sandoval takes the lead.
And Thornton, a nice job getting in there with the pass and then getting in position for the missed layup and putting the ball back in.
18-17. And here's Donaldson, left baseline, turnaround, and a travel. As a good job by Boudreaux coming in and helping out on defense, and that caused Donaldson to slow down. Didn't want to draw a charge, so she wound up traveling. See the boys basketball teams now representing on both sides. Of course, the Sandoval boys, we saw them practicing. You can see a lot of the guys down there, and the shot up, no good. And it's going to be Dutchtown ball. You were pointing out earlier, you saw Forbes down there. He's standing on the side. A couple of guys, I believe that's Kobe Green and one of the other Sandoval players. And Dutchtown's got some of their boy athletes out here as well. So both it's a good student section as well. This is fun.
Well, it came in a little bit late, but they're here.
Yep. They might have thought the game started at 7. And a 3. Oh, that was missed pretty badly, and it goes back up by Ferry, who's now in the game. And we're going to get a foul on Ferry. That's 6. So Santa Ma is in the bonus with 3 minutes left.
Boy, these first 2 quarters, Jeff, have gone by pretty quick.
Yeah. Not a lot of turnovers or free throws, so that's kind of what it's all about. It's more of a half-court, slow game, but the clock keeps moving in that kind of scenario. Barrow with the ball. Gets it over to Thornton. Thornton now drives, shoots. Long, no good. Rebound, Bernard, who's back in. And now Lemon has it. Hadn't been points in about a minute here.
Dutchtown has had some kind of wide open three-point shots that just don't seem to consistently be falling.
Bernard short. Rebound goes to Byers.
Byers, nice getting the ball out.
2 minutes left. Byers passes it out, and a 3 from Barrow. No good. Both teams are ice cold right now. Not only they're missing pretty badly. And a turnover. Traveling is the call. So there have been a lot of shots that are going in and out of the bucket, but lately just not a lot of good shot selection and not a lot of shots have been missing they've been pretty off here in the last couple of minutes. Now Heidel. Now passing inside. Boudreaux kicks it out. And nice layup. Good job driving the lane there by Taylor Shields.
Boy, Boudreaux, the pass was outstanding. And the girls knew exactly what was going on. There's a three-pointer.
And as I say, they're ice cold. They both catch fire, and we're tied. 3 points from
Miller.
Naya Miller. 1 minute left to go. 20-20. Barrow, Heidel. Boudreaux back to... It's knocked away, but Barrow gets it back, goes up, shoots, misses. And Saylor Donaldson with it. She's played all 15 and a half minutes and hasn't drawn a foul since those early two.
They've kind of floated her back into the outside right here, and I really liked it when she was in the lane area.
So the foul is not really an issue now unless she gets one late. And Donaldson shoots in the free throw line. Nice block, but a whistle, and they're going to say that Boudreaux made a little bit of contact, maybe with the body. The Santa Ma crowd doesn't like it. It initially looked clean, but I think she came in with the body there. And Donaldson will shoot 2.
Well, I think when she went to block, she was moving forward right there, and she just kind of drifted into her.
Oh, misses. You don't see her miss a lot of free throws. And Byers comes in, and Myers. And Boudreaux and Shields check out. Dutchtown can take the lead if she can make this free throw. Saylor Donaldson, good. 21-20. Santa Ma with a chance to take the lead with 30 seconds left.
And I see where Dutchtown avoiding that fast break of the Lady Gators by eliminating that second pass.
And now a 3, and Heidel misses. And a rebound goes to Parker, and now Dutchtown can extend the lead. Saylor has it, drives inside, shoots, and a charge, and that's the third foul. She tried to pull up, but she just had too much momentum. And it was a charge, no doubt. Look at the replay. Just made contact as she came down. 3.
That is huge.
2. Oh, she was out of bounds. And The clock runs out, but I think there's going to be an extra second put back on the clock. I believe that I saw Myers, step out. So they're asking how much time. Somebody near us is saying 1.2.
Can you replay that?
No, I don't think we can get the replay on that one. Man, I thought that Saylor was going to get through that first half without drawing the third foul, and just barely. 1.6 is the official call. And shot, no good. Vessel with the desperation heave, no good. It's been a great first half, very competitive. It's 21-20, Dutchtown with the lead. The 25 leads the 8. We'll take a break. You're watching the Game of the Week on REV TV.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
New inventory arriving weekly at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. We've got truckloads of inventory en route. Even if you don't see it on the lot, it's on the way during the end of summer sale at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales, like the new 2021 Sierra 1500 on the way at RossDowningHammond.com, RossDowningGonzales.com.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
If you believe in me, I'll be the first one in our family to graduate college.
I'll be the one to change our history of diabetes.
I'll live a healthy life.
If you believe in me, I'll know my worth is more than face value.
I'll be stronger than a weak heart. I'll know 68 pounds carries weight in this world.
If you believe in me,
I'll believe in myself.
Belief in our children can change their future. Our Lady of the Lake Children's Health.
The Title Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Title Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Title Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call. You gotta call Tata.
Game of the week, halftime playoffs by district round. Santa Maria trails as the 8 seed to the number 25 seed, 21-20, Dutchtown with the lead. You see, we talked about Carly Francois was here. She's still here. There's Beth Tomplay. So all the principals representing on the Santa Maria and Dutchtown side here tonight. And since we're talking about Santa Maria, let's talk about the girls team and their perfect record in district play. Undisputed, undefeated district champs and the 8 seed. Let's take a look at the girls team right here. As you see, 5-0 in District 5, 5A, and they look intimidating. I wouldn't want to play them.
Well, right now they're looking to get a little bit better at shooting some basketball. They're doing a good job defensively. They're doing a good job rebounding and getting the ball out, but not been having a whole lot of success is in the offensive end. And you see the seniors there, Myers and Brown and Byers and Haino, Boudreaux and Shanklin and Barrow. Very, very good group of girls right there.
Right. Byers has been the story here tonight. She didn't play in that first game, but she's their top scorer here in the rematch, and she's done a good job here tonight. Let's look at the Dutchtown girls and their seniors, and you talk about their leader, who got her third foul in the final 5 seconds of the first half. Thought she was going to survive. She got 2 fouls early, Sailor Donaldson in the middle. But she drew that third foul at the end, and then it's good to see Marcia Vessel back. She hasn't scored yet, but she's back in there, and she's trying to help inspire her team. And then Zoe Dixon, she was a starter here tonight. So 3 seniors, they're looking for their first ever playoff win. And Sailor Donaldson, scholar athlete, and you want to know why she didn't draw the fouls after the second one? Because she's smart. Absolutely.
Well, sometimes you got to be a little lucky too, and that last foul, was a tough one. So
yeah.
Coach left her in there for a reason.
Yeah,
has nothing but the utmost faith in her.
Mm-hmm.
She's the leader of this team. Those 3 seniors. One of them's been out injured, and so. Donaldson, she is the one that's got to take this team to the next round in the playoffs.
So our score is 21-20, and we talked about this at the beginning. They're playing – this is the only Wednesday night playoff game because they were most likely going to play on Thursday, but they didn't because Dutchtown's boys are in the soccer finals, and so they moved this up to accommodate Dutchtown so that the kids and the administrators and everybody can go to both games. But here's the thing, as we see a picture of it, the game is postponed until Saturday night at 7:30 because of weather problems that we expect tomorrow night. And look at this, it's Dutchtown versus Catholic. They don't think there's going to be any rivalry there. And here's the funny thing, they didn't play all season. You think, oh, this is a district rematch. They're not in the same district in soccer. So that's their first
Don't
game.
ask us to explain that.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm sure it'll definitely be that way next year with the redistricting by the LHSAA.
Yes, and so it's going to be a blackout. So if you're at home and you are going to go to the game Saturday night, you got to wear black or they're not going to let you in. Yeah, they're going to let you in, but wear black. As you see the boys right there, and that was a heck of a game against St. Paul's. In case you didn't really follow it, well, first of all, in the quarterfinals, the boys beat Jesuit on a golden goal in double overtime, sudden death overtime on a corner kick, and then they went to St. Paul's and they were down 2-0 with about 3 minutes left in the game, and they tied it in stoppage time. And then they got a goal in overtime and beat them 3-2. And the thing is, St. Paul's made the finals 11 years in a row, and they didn't this year because Dutchtown beat them. And wow. Everybody at Dutchtown is so proud of that. And so they're hoping to be the Catholic school champions. They've already beaten 3 Catholic schools in a row. If they can be Catholic, then they're the Catholic school champs or the state champs. So that's something that they're really excited about.
It's going to be a big game. Already started the state tournament with a lot of girls. You basically have your select and non-select going at it together.
Right. And so there hasn't been a public school state champion in soccer in a long time, and Dutchtown hopes to reverse that trend. As we let's take a look as we're waiting for the teams to come back. We're about to get ready for the second half. Let's look at the 5A. We talked about the girls earlier at Sanoma winning the district, and let's look at the overall district records if we have a chance. You see right there, Sanoma finished first, McKinley finished second, Dutchtown and St. Joe's finished in a tie for third. Woodlawn's 0-5, but they made the playoffs because they had a strong non-district record. And so you see it right there. Woodlawn's 28, Dutchtown's 25, Sanama's 8.
And if we could look at the top seeds at 5A.
Yeah, let's look at the top 5 seeds if we can have a chance.
Boy, you see the number 1 seed
is Walker.
Is Walker.
The number 2 is Parkway. There you go. Lafayette
and
at 3.
The Ruston, that's kind of a new thing. Ponchatoula's been around. Parkway, if you look at their record, 28-1. And I'm always a little leery on the North Louisiana situation. But when you look at the state champions the last 5 years, Shreve, Captain Shreve, has won it twice. Benton, who was a 4A school, moved up to 5A a couple of years ago. They've won this thing. So here we start the second half, and we see just exactly what happens.
And so the shot inside is good by Thornton, so she contributes to the offense right there. And Sanoma takes the lead.
And again, no pressure.
Right. They've caught maybe Dutchtown off guard. They may be thinking, they've prepped for the full court pressure all game. Let's throw it. Let's kind of see what they can do with the other part of the game. And Sailor's short offensive rebound of Bernard, and she double dribbled.
And I'm just not real certain. Bernard, you need to just turn around and shoot a layup right there. You get a ball underneath. You know, with your skills, you go up, you're probably going to get a foul called against the Lady Gators.
She's very aggressive on defense, but wasn't there on offense. And a 3, and guess who?
Byers does a good job right there setting up. Don't forget, though, that's how the game started, and she did not connect again from the outside range.
So, 5-0 run. It's 25-21. Bernard gets out to Miller, and now here's Sailor shooting. And they were calling for a foul, fight for the rebound. There was no whistle there. The Dutchtown side wanted a foul, did not get it. Here comes Sanoma. And they drive inside, now kick it out, and a shot from Myers is good. And it's a 7-0 run.
Forgotten lost start right there. About a 10-foot jump shot from the corner. Myers, outstanding job.
So now a 6-point lead from Sanoma with inside of 6.5 minutes in the third quarter. Here's Bernard. And now Lemon will shoot the 3 and misses. Rebound Thornton. Good box out by Sanoma. And she goes coast to coast. Misses the layup. Rebound Sanoma short. Sailor with the rebound. That could have been a big momentum.
What a nice. I'm going to flip it over here. No, I think I'll try to swing this layup in here and just barely missed by Thornton.
A 9-0 run would have made it an 8-point lead, and that would be big.
That is what Sanoma, that's how they won the first game. Running.
Yes.
Pressing.
To Donaldson, to Lemon. She's going to drive, goes up and stripped, and it's taken away by Byers. Thornton. And you see a little bit of a shift in gears here for Sanoma. They're running a little more in a 3. Oh, that would have been a big one as well.
Out on the Lady Gators.
You had a couple of chances to maybe get it to a 10-point lead right there. And if you could have gotten that 10-point lead, that would have been a big hole for Dutchtown to get out of, especially with their cold shooting right now. So Dutchtown dodges a couple of bullets, and it's still a 6-point game. So Nia Miller. And here's Vessel, shoots, and she is hit hard by Thornton. And Vessel
Thornton tried to swat the ball away on the block from the side and made contact.
Right. She was coming hard at it. So Vessel going to the line, shooting 2, coming off a meniscus tear, her first game in a month. She was not going to miss a playoff game, and she misses the free throw, though. So it's 27-21, 5 minutes left to go.
They just got to kind of get in the swing of things. It's a shame, probably couldn't use a few games going into the playoffs.
And she's short. But Bernard, she is great at offensive rebounding. And loses it. That's Vessel. Taken away by Byers. And now they're running. They've kicked it up, and here's a three and long, but an offensive rebound, and it's a block by Bernard.
Nice job by there, Bernard, on the block.
And there's a three, short, and we have a whistle. And there's number 4. They got to bench her now. They have no choice. And this could be a big momentum shift unless Dutchtown can find another scorer.
Well,
they have not scored this half.
Yeah, but Jeff, they've had girls that have stepped up. They're going to play man-to-man.
And so inside, Heidel, nice pass, missed the layup. And the rebound, no good. Fight, offensive rebound, no good. So many chances for Santa Maria to take a 10-point lead, and they can't right now.
Byers says, I cannot get any closer than what I was, and basically almost shot the same shot both times, hitting the front part of that rim and bouncing out.
Dutchtown girls basketball. This is the second girls playoff game in the first round where Dutchtown is playing a 5-5A opponent, an Ascension Parish opponent. They're playing Santa Maria basketball. If you remember, in soccer, they played East Ascension in the first round. That is very unusual. And now the shot, no good. Offensive rebound. Vessel misses, fight. And offensive rebound, Parker, and she's fouled. So that foul is going to be called
on 13.
On number 13, and that's Myers. So still 4.5 minutes into the second half and no points for the Lady
Taylor
Griffins.
Shields enters the game. Somebody's got to come out.
So it's going to be Heidel. So it's 27-21 when Donaldson came out and pass out of bounds. So I'll make a little note of that. 27-21. They're thinking the crowd is kind of lobbying for a change here, and I think they're going to say that it's Dutchtown ball. They're going to say that there was a deflection by the Lady Gators.
Well, the call is made by the lead official under the goal. He's got a perfect shot at it right there.
And now Lemon kicks it out. Vessel, contact, no whistle, and she's on the floor, and a travel. But one official calls a travel, yes, okay.
Yeah, it's a good call right there. You cannot, when you go to the floor, Jeff, you cannot gain an advantage by trying to roll over or whatever.
Right. Oh, and she wasn't looking for the pass. She had a chance at an easy layup. So that was Shields, and I think that the guard Barrow noticed that, and but just wasn't looking for it.
Shield exits, and Boudreaux comes in.
Dutchtown is surviving right now because Santa Maria has missed on about 4 possessions in a row where they've had nice looks at the basket or potentially nice looks at the basket. So Dutchtown's just surviving right now. If they can get a hot shooter from somewhere, they could come back and still be in this game. It's only a 6-point game and a whistle and an offensive foul. So that's on Bernard.
And when Bernard fouls you, she makes it worthwhile.
Absolutely. With Bernard and Ferry, you got 2 big bodies in there that are very physical, and Bernard's going to check out, and Zoe Dixon's going to come back in.
I'm just wondering, with Donaldson out, I'm just wondering if you take advantage of a little pressure right here after a made bucket.
And now that's Boudreaux. Drives, kicks it out. Myers trapped and a steal. This is Lemon and it's stolen from behind, but it goes out of bounds.
Lemon needed to just keep going to the goal.
Yep.
Because you pulled up right there. A nice deflected it out of bounds.
And Heidel's going to come in. Boudreaux's going to come out. Humphrey's going to come in for Dutchtown. And Vessel's going to come out.
Well, Jeff, you look at this clock. The minutes are just going away in this game.
And here's Ferry, shoots, and it's blocked. And here comes Thornton, pass down low, layup is good. And a 9-0 run in the second half. It's 9-0 in the entire third quarter as Dutchtown is approaching 6 minutes without a point. Lemon. There's Humphrey. And now Lemon gets it back to Humphrey.
Just not going to get that ball to Ferry underneath. There it is.
And she shoots, and she'll go to the line. So they have a chance to, they just have to break the ice right now and get a point.
And Ferry will go to the line, shooting 2.
As we are now over 6 minutes in to this third quarter. Dutchtown has not scored a point. They led 21-20 at halftime. And she misses. Tori Ferry, she got a lot of offensive rebounds in that first matchup. She hasn't gotten as much playing time. She's had some injuries she's fought through. Oh, air ball.
Jeff, I'm just looking at this. We're looking at 29-21 during the end of the third quarter, and the scores that each of these teams have put up this year probably easily averaging in the high 50s.
Right. This is an odd game. Both teams are having trouble making any type of baskets and getting any kind of rhythm. Santa Ma's, this is not the offense we've seen or defense we've seen them play all season. And with Dutchtown, you've had your leading player in foul trouble all night, and she's on the bench right now, and they just don't have anybody else to score.
And Bernard back in the game.
Right, Bernard and Parker are coming in, and Ferry and Humphrey are checking out. Just an odd game so far.
Thornton to throw the ball in.
And nearly a steal, and comes up with it and shoots, and no good. Offensive rebound, points.
Boy, Thornton's in the right place at the right time. That left-handed side right there, that rebound, going back up with that left hand is a pretty easy thing for her as a left-hander.
So 7 minutes still scoreless for Dutchtown in the third.
There's not a lot of penetration going on right here. And they're right there. Good job on the block.
They need to get a little more aggressive and get some contact and maybe get a couple of chances to go to the line. That's only the second foul, as they're not even close to getting into a bonus situation. And it's getting desperate here for Dutchtown. They need to get points, so Donaldson's going to come back in. They're going to risk it. But we're going to have a timeout first, so they're going to talk about that. And so we're going to keep a note that she comes back in with 4 fouls late in the third quarter. While we have a chance, let's talk about the records, their playoff records over the last 5 years, because we haven't talked about that yet. And the Dutchtown girls, this is the first playoff game ever for these senior girls, because the last 3 years they've missed the playoffs.
Well, you look, missed.
Yep.
Right off the bat, Delry comes in, Coach Delry, and part of that was his team, that 2021 season.
Yeah.
Shouldn't get any credit or any blame because with the COVID going on, just a mess right here. He's got the girls rolling.
For Santa Ma
right here, a number of playoff tries, just like in a lot of situations, that second round has been tough.
The 3 from Lemon is no good. We'll look at that graphic again a little bit later. And now they're running, and here comes Heidel, shoots and scores over Donaldson.
Well, Donaldson, great hustle, and I was going, please.
Yeah, no fifth. And a long 3, air ball, offensive rebound, Oh, no foul, and the shot. There it is. And they're back on the board, and they're down to 10. They needed that.
Closing seconds of the third quarter.
So a dominant defensive third quarter for Sanoma.
And there is Donaldson.
And Heidel has it, kicks it out to Barrow. 5 seconds. She's going to have to hurry. Going into the lane, shoots, and she'll go to a charge. I thought maybe Miller was moving.
I'm not agreeing with that, but that's his call. Play's coming right to him.
So they're going to try the three from half court, no good. And so that's the end of the third quarter. It's 33-23 Gators. They were down by 1 at halftime. They're up by 10 after the third. We'll take a break. You're watching the Game of the Week on REV TV.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank SEC Heating and Cooling, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Ross Downing GMC, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of our sports medicine program.
So SWAC, it's 33-23. It was 21-20 at halftime and a 13-2 run in the third quarter, and that's the difference.
And, you know, with this game, this first round of the playoff, regional round, a lot of times you call it. And
let's finish the Gators while we talk about that.
Here we go. You know, last year, boy, we did the game against West Jeff. Boy, tremendous basketball game. You did not think Sanoma had anything left in them. They go to the number one team in the state in Walker, and look at that score, 60-57. I know when I heard that, I kept shaking my head. And they really played well against Walker, and here they are again.
So this is a chance to get a second consecutive Bidistrict victory. They're in control right now, but Dutchtown with Donaldson, they could come right back and get some points.
Everybody's goal, Jeff, is to get to Southeastern University in Hammond.
Yep.
And that's where your girls' Marsh Madness will happen.
Right, so you got to get another win.
That's February 28th through March 5th.
You got to get more wins than just the Bidistrict to get there. And here's Vessel for Dutchtown with the floater, and no good. Again, after Donaldson, there's really no scoring threat right now. She's still in the game with 4 fouls.
No press. But they're going to pick them up a little higher here. Maybe a little trap.
Oh, and again, not looking, and then off the foot. And they are able to save it, barely.
That was interesting.
Barrow wasn't looking for the pass. Byer saved it, and now a steal. Bernard has it, and pass a little long, but they are able to save it. Now a steal.
Barrow, I'm telling you, she is quick.
Yep.
And from point A to point B up and down this floor, Jeff, she can probably go as good as any of them.
Yep. 10-point lead. Dutchtown needs offense. Oh, and nearly a steal, but Donaldson can't quite get it. And now a strip, and lots of turnovers in this fourth quarter early on. Now Donaldson for 3, short. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Byers.
Nice job right there by Miller.
Miller was able to shield herself from getting that, touching that ball. So Dutchtown will have possession. Lemon will throw it in. And Miller will shoot. And the floater is good. And they cut it to 8.
No pressure here.
So here comes Barrow. Coast to coast scores.
I'm telling you, Barrow has been tremendous tonight in a lot of ways.
So here's Miller and Lemon inside of Donaldson. Kicks it out. Miller, she's getting hot, but now here's Donaldson for 3. That's her shot right there. And
very nice shot there by Donaldson.
And it's down to 7. and nearly a steal, but they are able to hold on, and Thornton drives and scores. When they get into that lane and start running, they are deadly. That's their game.
I tell you what, you're exactly right, Jeff. Fast break, and of course this is what on the other side.
Oh, and a point-blank layup miss, but an offensive rebound. Trap now gets it out to Lemon. She can score off the glass. No good. Fight. And I believe that the foul is going to be on Myers. Myers better be careful. She was talking back to the ref there for a second. Thought it might tee her up. And so she survives, and J.C. Coleman's going to come in, and Myers is going to check out. Throwing it in. Here's Lemon. Now Donaldson has it. And there's a floater. Good, and she's heating up.
I've seen a lot of floaters tonight that really look great.
Nia Miller's getting on fire. There's another option as it goes off the foot of Miller.
Intentional kicking the ball.
And the Dutchtown's in this game. All of a sudden they've got 7 points in this fourth quarter after only scoring 2 in the third.
Somebody is probably looking to play West Monroe next week.
Yep. One of these teams is going to play probably West Monroe, but Hahnville is still we'll talk about the possibilities in just a moment. We'll probably get to it right now as they go to the line, as that foul is, I believe, going to be on Parker.
And slowly Thornton has kind of gotten into this game in a lot of different ways, offensively and defensively.
So she'll shoot. And to bring up what you're talking about, the 9 and 8 are West Monroe and Santa Ma. If both of them win, the game of the week next week will be here in the second round, West Monroe versus Santa Ma. If Dutchtown is able to win, they would play West Monroe at Dutchtown. That would be our game of the week as well.
2 misses from the free throw line.
And here comes Dutchtown with a chance to cut it to 5 or 4. And a 3.
Looks good.
Oh, just a little bit long. Offensive rebound. And here's Lemon. She got it, and it's a 4-point game.
And we saw that earlier in the year with Lemon having a big output from the outside, and her and Donaldson decided to help bring this team back and get into it to a 4-point game.
So when we look at we were talking about the potential games next week. When you look at the 5A bracket, and again, it's Hahnville, West Monroe, the 24-9 game, as you see Coach Harvey talking it over with her team, trying to get them inspired to hold on and win. If it's West Monroe, Santa Ma, it'll be at the Gold Dome. If it's West Monroe, Dutchtown, it'll be at Dutchtown. If Hahnville wins, they're going to be the home team no matter what. So everybody's pulling for West Monroe if you want to get a home game next week. That would be our game of the week next week, as well as a potential home playoff game for East Ascension on probably Friday night. So our games of the week next week would be potentially a second-round game at Dutchtown or Santa Ma, and a playoff game possibly at East Ascension.
A lot of things going on to try to finish up the winter sports, and of course, well, right around the corner is baseball, softball, tennis, golf, track.
2 weeks.
This weekend's the state indoor track meet at LSU.
Right. Our game of the week in 2 weeks will most likely be baseball and softball. It's 37-33. Santa Ma had a 10-point lead a few minutes ago. And a nice post up and points and a foul, and they go to the line. And when you come out of the timeout, you draw up that play and you get it to your key player and get points.
I'm just telling you, the pass was unbelievable.
Yes.
I'm thinking to myself, this is not real smart right here. So well executed by the two girls. Getting the ball to Thornton. Everything she does in basketball, she's using her legs and jumping. Now we're going to have the press.
So they saved the best for last, possibly. 7-point lead. Oh, and a double dribble. And this is what you were afraid of.
I'm going to say Coach Harvey's a lot smarter than me.
Yep.
Why aren't you been pressing the whole game? Because we're going to need it in the end.
And it forces a turnover right out the gate. And the pass inside. And there's contact and a fight. And look at that speed. You talked about Barrow with the speed. And now, they pass on the 3. Thornton shoots off balance and scores.
And back in the pressure.
Oh,
Good
look
job
at that.
getting through.
Look at this. Coast to coast miss. Miller nearly with a super play there. Fight. This is 5. It's over for Sailor Donaldson. If Dutchtown can't pull it out, this is her final game. Maybe walking off the court for the final time in her high school career as they trail by 9 with 4 minutes left.
Well, everything she's doing out here, and every girl's this way, they're all playing as hard as they possibly can. And most importantly, they both want to win. And
and another turnover. And again, this game's not over. It's a 9-point game.
Well, you got a long ways to go here.
Yeah. But Santa Ma's in good shape right now.
Well, the Lady Griffins going to be in a 1-and-1 situation.
You have their best scorer fouled out. You got the that full court press in your back pocket. They are looking good right now, but Dutchtown has shooters. Lemon can make them. You just saw that.
Well, but you have this. The Lady Gators are in a zone now,
yes.
Not man-to-man, and they are trying to force Dutchtown to shoot from the outside.
And now here's Barrow.
Got to play man-to-man, force.
3.5 left to go. Thornton goes up, and she's found her groove.
Thornton is shooting shots that I'm not sure how you practice them. I mean, she is bringing balls from every direction possible, and they're going in the hole.
And a shot no good from Miller. And here comes the 2-on-2. Kicks it to Thornton, and she misses. Offensive rebound, though, and a travel.
Yeah, she went up with the ball, it got blocked, and she caught the ball in the air, came down. Travel call.
So Myers comes in, replaces Shields. And we have a timeout called by Dutchtown. And so, again, when we talk about what we were looking for in this game, the previous game was won by Santa Ma 59-41. This game has been a lot closer as Dutchtown fell in a big hole in the first quarter. Dutchtown was winning this game at halftime, and they had it down to 4 about 3 minutes ago. But then the full court pressure came.
How many points did Dutchtown score in the third quarter?
2. That was the backbreaker right now, if this outcome stays the same. So 12 points in the second half because it was 21-20. So in the second half, the difference is 24 to 12. So they've doubled up. Santa Ma has doubled up Dutchtown in this second half.
Well, I'm sure you're going to get a full court press here. You have as good a dribbler as you would want. Well, you got 2 of them with Thornton and Barrow. And that's either going to lead to success for Dutchtown or success for Santa Ma, because if you break that press, usually you got a pretty easy shot on the other end. And here's Santa Ma in a full court press right here.
And so they get the vessel and a steal. No, it does not a steal.
You got a foul right there, but that 10-second count would have started right there, and it wouldn't have stopped.
And so,
well, the effort tonight by both teams has been outstanding,
right.
Jeff.
Right. The shooting has been cold, but the effort has definitely been there. It's just been a physical game. Okay, so now we're in the bonus. So The foul was called on Myers. We're trying to sort that out, and so it has been determined it's a bonus, and so they'll go to the line. I want to bring up the seniors for Dutchtown real fast while this is going on. Vessel, Dixon, and Donaldson.
Just 3 of them.
This is their first playoff game ever. And at any point, as a free throw is good and it's down to 10, at any point you would have been discouraged, most likely, especially when you have a coaching change in the middle of it. They have held on. They have held on and stayed with this team and provided good leadership. And this team would not have gotten where they gotten if they would have just walked out and just said, I've had enough. They persevered, and they did get a playoff game, and they're still in it. It's only a 9-point game. So I want to give them credit because there's only 3 of them, and they went through a lot.
And you don't have to force anything right here. You know, be smart.
So now they're just going to slow down. Dutchtown has a foul to give. There's only 5. The big story, Sailor Donaldson's fouled out of the game if you have not been with us. And a steal by the Griffins. It's a 3-possession game. 3. Oh, that could have changed things.
Nice job on the block out. Myers, outstanding job. And who's at the other end down here hustling down the floor?
That's Barrow.
Barrow.
So it's an 11-point game, approaching a minute and a half left.
Good job. Not backcourt.
No, it was
not
close.
Not backcourt. You got to have both feet in the ball.
And the 3-pointer's no good. And Dutchtown just can't get the buckets. And right now it's getting pretty hairy for the Lady Griffins to come back.
And, you know, right now you could just see a little bit fatigue right there.
And a 3, a long, that's about a 10-footer. What am I saying? No good from Myers. No, that's Boudreaux, excuse me. And out of 3 from Lemon. They need one of these to go down. They just can't get it. And it goes to Sandoval. 1 minute left. And it looks like the Lady Gators are going to pull this off.
Well, you don't need to shoot.
It's 46-35.
Only thing you ought to be shooting is a free throw right now, and that's not going to happen.
And Dutchtown not fouling. I think they're kind of conceding it right here. And so Sandoval's going to win.
He's not giving up.
Oh, you have to blow the whistle right there, and a good job. They don't quit. Parker took the charge right there. There's just not enough time here.
You see that, and that official's right there on the spot, and that's what he calls.
Oh, Thornton's so athletic. I know the Dutchtown faculty, staff, and students are proud of what they've done this year. And people have noticed. People hadn't really paid attention to Dutchtown basketball for a while because they haven't been successful. They've gone from 6 to 16, and people are noticing. And Coach Delry has told me he expects them to be even better next year.
There's no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you lose at Donaldson, but boy, you have a ton of girls coming back.
And you talk about
a big nucleus for them, and the Lady Gators are going to move on.
And a ton of Lady Gators were the difference, as they expect to win here tonight, and they did. They were down at the half, and then they took over in the second half and won 46-35. Sailor Donaldson fouled out in the fourth quarter, and that was a backbreaker for the Lady Griffins. But Sandoval is going to move on, and let's look at the overall records. Dutchtown's going to finish the season 16-13, a winning record, and that's amazing for Coach Delry and an awesome job. And Sandoval is going to continue, and they got a 20-win season, 20-9. Now, as we were talking about, Swag, before we wrap things up here tonight, the scenarios, Sandoval is through. So they made it through to the next round. They're the 8 seed. They're matched up with Hahnville and West Monroe. So, again, if West Monroe, the 9 seed, beats Hahnville at home in West Monroe, then they would come to Santa Ma on Monday, as you see the bracket right there. So West Monroe, Santa Ma would be at Santa Ma. Hahnville, if they could win, they would be the home team against Santa Ma. So if you're pulling for a home game, you're pulling for West Monroe. Next round would be against Walker.
And you see that number 1 next to Walker?
Mm-hmm.
And look at number 2 down at the bottom, number 1 at the top. 2 losses combined with both of them. And Parkway High School, that's up in Bossier City.
Mm-hmm. Not Shreveport, like I said.
Yeah, you got to cross that Red River to get to Shreveport. But you see this Captain Street 12-12. What has happened to them?
I don't know.
After they've won a couple of these things. Let's see if you find Benton on this thing.
Number 12.
Benton, number 12. Ponchatoula, 30-2.
They're good.
And let me just tell you, they're playing people in St. Tammany. You're playing people in Livingston Parish. That's a nice record right there.
Absolutely.
That's somebody you can't forget about in these playoffs right here.
So to wrap it up, we're hoping for a West Monroe Santa Ma home game, which we would cover next week, probably about Monday. As you see, the next couple of weeks on REV TV, that will hopefully be a Monday matchup. Friday, most likely, we're looking at potentially home basketball playoffs for East Ascension, as they are possibly going to get a home game. And March Madness is going to be coming up down the road. 2 weeks from now, the game of the week will probably be softball or baseball. We're yet to be determined. We'll wait a little bit and see.
And I think pretty close to getting those fields done, too, with the turf.
Yeah, East Ascension's going to be online kind of like Dutchtown was. So they're going to be hosting most likely Dutchtown for a little while Dutchtown gets their field ready. And so that's what we're looking at over the next couple of weeks. And congratulations to Dutchtown on a great season, an unexpected finish in a playoff game. But Santa Ma held them to 14 points in the second half and came back and beat them 46-35. And Santa Ma survives, and their season goes on next week, and we hope to cover it next week.
You always a little leery of what is going to happen. And here you are, you're going to be losing your seniors. And you saw Santa Ma, it's just a boatload of seniors.
Yep.
And the 3 girls from Dutchtown. And Coach Delry's got to be very proud of his girls, how they improved this year. Coach Harvey, tremendous job last year, carried on into this year. The thing I like about it, we saw her and Coach Delry on the sidelines at timeout, steady coaching their kids and trying to get them to get things done. And I'm going to just tell you, the second half of Santa Ma was a difference maker.
Yep.
And Barrow, Thornton, Barrow, Thornton, over and over again.
Yep. That's gonna do it. We gotta head out now, but it's been fun, and hopefully see Santa Ma next week. That's it. I'm Jeff. He's Swack. You've been watching the game of the week on REV TV.